Bella, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys today. So I've known for a long time that I needed to kind of share where I've been at these past 7 months on this intense spiritual journey. I'm going to get into exactly how I manifested getting myself out of debt later on in this video, but I want to get a couple things straight. First of all, I want to say that there's a lot of people in this space of manifestation that are here to take your money, to sell you a book or a course, to sell you false hope. They just want to make a buck off of. You got to be careful where you're getting your information, and I want to let you guys know that I'm a clear channel and a transparent source. Number one, I don't have, mom and dad's money to fake any of this. I'm a normal girl who lives a pretty normal life, and got myself into some normal trouble, made some normal mistakes, and I'm using manifestation to transform my life and virtually hack my reality. Secondly, I want to say that if you're interested in this and you have somehow you've attracted this video onto your phone and you're watching this and you're learning more about all this information, I want to let you know that manifestation is just a gateway. It's just an invitation. It's just a tool to get closer to the source energy, to get closer to God. This is kind of like one of the first steps or one of the first phases that people have on a spiritual journey, is they start to realize that their thoughts do create their reality, that everything is energy, that like attracts like. I also want to say that manifestation and the law of attraction, frequency and energy, all of that it is a law of the universe. Just like gravity is a law of the universe. Gravity is going to be at work in your life whether you believe in it or not. This is also at work in your life whether you believe it or not. Where you are right now, what your life is right now, is just the result of past manifestations, past thoughts that you had. Your thoughts have created the reality that you are resonating, the vibe that you're resonating on. The basis of this entire thing is energy and vibration. You have to understand that it is scientific and it is biblical, that everything is energy. Everything vibrates at a certain frequency. And one thing we know about energy is that like attracts like. If you can learn to resonate on different frequencies and match the vibration of different wavelengths, you will become one with that wavelength. That's how energy works. That's how the radio works. When you tune into 98.5, you attract the wavelength of 98.5. If I want to be on 107.2, I have to match my frequency on my dial to 107.2. That is a perfect example of very close to reality or physical example of how all of this works. Philosophers have been saying it for hundreds of years, and it is so true. If you can change your thoughts, you can change your reality. If you shift your mindset, your life will shift accordingly. And it all starts up here. It all starts with your thoughts. If you are constantly saying things like, I'm so clumsy, or I always get a ticket, or I never get good parking spots, you're thinking that thought. You are emitting the frequency by feeling that, and you are then attracting that same story that you've told yourself your entire life over and over to you. If you can hack into your subconscious mind and start to change the way that you perceive yourself and talk about yourself, just start saying, I always get good parking spots, I have really clear skin, I feel healthy, I eat good food, I exercise daily, I attract healthy, good partners into my life. Start saying those things. You'll start to believe them, you'll start to feel it, and then your reality is going to start to shift. You are emitting a new frequency and a new vibration for the universe to match back to you. I've broken down some of the most basic steps on how to manifest something into your reality. So first, you're going to want to set clear intentions. You need to write down on a piece of paper what you want. I have had the same piece of paper since November of last year with my biggest manifestations on it that I am checking off steadily, that I'm growing closer to every day, that I'm seeing become part of my reality. You have got to write these things down. Get clear about what you want. The more specific you can be, the better, okay? Write those things down on a piece of notebook paper. Keep it with you every day and read this piece of paper out loud. As you are reading it out loud, you want to visualize. Visualization is a huge aspect of all of this. If your body and brain imagines it, it thinks that it has already experienced it and it is already yours. So after you write down your specific intentions, after you state them out loud and you start to visualize them every day, you're going to want to feel the emotion. This is the key, okay? When you feel, that is when you are emitting very strong energy. That's when you are emitting very strong wavelengths. Have you ever been around someone and you're like, your energy's off, you're upset? It's because simply they are emitting a awful dark energy. You have to say things in present tense. You have to say, I have a nice, clean 3-bedroom house. Say that's your thing. I have a nice, clean 3-bedroom house. I'm visualizing that nice, clean 3-bedroom house. After I'm visualizing my house, I'm going to start to feel how I would feel when I'm walking on my hardwood floors. I'm going to imagine how it would feel to lay down in my cool, clean bed, okay? Like, feel those things. And when you feel them, you close your eyes and you're visualizing and you're feeling and you're in that space, you're going to start to emit the frequency that you need to match that and pull that into your reality. Okay, everybody likes to come for me on this one. The next step is take inspired actions. So all you're saying is I've just got to think about what I want and be happy and positive and it's going to come into my life. Not what I'm saying. If you start to be specific about what you want, you're visualizing it, you're feeling it, the universe is going to start giving you opportunities to take steps towards that. Okay, the Bible talks about this. You have to have the works. There's belief and then there's works, okay? You've got to work. There's things you're going to have to do. You have to take inspired action. When an opportunity comes to you, take it. No, you cannot just sit on the couch all day and think about how you want to be a millionaire and expect to become a millionaire. You're going to have to work. But what we are doing is we are pulling in the opportunities. We are attracting the right moments, the right people, the right connections to make this a reality. The final step that I have here is to express gratitude. But I want to say that this is something you should practice all day long if you can. Get yourself into a grateful mindset, and that's when things are just going to amp up in your life. That's at least my experience. So I try to start my day with gratitude. I go to bed with gratitude. I thank God for what He's given me. I thank God for all the blessings I have in my life and all the blessings that I'm attracting into my life. If you can get yourself into a gratitude mindset, that is one of the highest frequencies. It's up there with love and joy, which they resonate at such high vibrations. If you can get yourself up on that gratitude frequency, you're already going to be at the wavelength that you need to attract more goodness and more things to be grateful for. And when you're starting to get frazzled and angry, you need to remember all that you are grateful for, and that's going to bring your vibration right back up to where it needed to be. I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I manifested getting out of debt. So at the beginning of this year, I made a vision board, and one of the first things I put on there was that I will be debt-free and a good steward of my money. I was in 2 separate credit card debts. I got so behind on payments. I couldn't make the payments. I got so behind. My credit tanked, and it was just a really bad situation. I continued to believe and visualize and feel what it would be like to be debt-free, and I truly believed and knew that I was going to be debt-free. I continued to work. I continued to save money. I tried to pay on the cards when I did. That was me trying to take some inspired action, but I truly believed that this problem was just going to disappear, and I truly believed that the universe had told me it was going to take care of me. God was going to take care of me, and that's what I believed. It's a crazy story. So a couple months ago, this is going to sound weird, I started finding pennies everywhere. And I was picking them up and I was putting them in my pocket, and I'd say, thank you for this little token of abundance, God. And I'd put it in my pocket and I accepted that penny as a token of abundance. And I started doing that every day. I would find 3 or 4 or 5 pennies just in random places that they really shouldn't be. And I continue to be grateful for this is just a token, a model of abundance in my life, right? Last week, I was doing the dishes at my house, and I got the plates out of the dishwasher, and I opened up my cabinet, the cabinet I open up, every day to put the plates in, and there was a penny just sitting right there, right where the plates go. I kind of thought, that's really weird. How did that get there? Whatever. I take the penny, I'm grateful for it, I put it in my pocket, I go through my day for a couple hours, and then I go to the mailbox. When I open it up, there are 2 checks in there. There's a check from a tax return that I didn't get in the past with interest tacked on it, and a return from something I overpaid and forgot about in the past. When I opened up these checks and I counted up how much it was just enough that I needed. It was just the right amount that I needed to get myself completely out of debt, and that is what I did. I went inside, I was a good steward of my money, and I called the debt collectors and I paid those suckers off complete and in full. This happened because I believed and I visualized and I felt what it would be like to be debt-free, and I took inspired action. I allowed the universal laws to be at work for me. God wants us to have abundance. God calls us into an abundance in life, and the universe always provides. When we believe, the universe will always provide. If I can tap into this, if I can become debt-free, if I can visualize a new reality and match that frequency and watch it prosper and grow in my life, so can you. I'm just so passionate about this topic because I've seen it work in my life. This manifestation was the invitation in my life to get closer to God and to really tap into the source energy around us, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that maybe this inspired you, or it's gonna, maybe be the invitation that you needed to get closer to that source energy and to learn more about it and realize that you can essentially hack your reality. Thanks for watching, guys. This was so fun, and I loved sharing it with y'all. So just stick around and maybe I'll make some more because I have a lot to say.